Dusty.
King Ali.
Darkskin Che.
Mr. Speak My Mind.
And this is the Link Up.
Hey y'all.
What up,
Hey.
what up, what up, what up?
How y'all been? It's been a minute.
I know, it's been a while.
Yeah, we've been on sabbatical.
Yeah, it's been a lot going on in the world.
Yeah, what y'all been up to?
Working hard, getting money, getting to the bag.
Staying out the way.
How is 2021 treating y'all so far?
It's like
I thought it was 2022 earlier. I had to ask somebody. I forgot. There's just too much going on.
The year ain't changing me, man. It's the same shit.
We gotta fix that, ladies.
He's single.
Single and ready to mingle.
Follow him.
No kids.
No fat chicks.
No fat chicks.
We are not fucking.
They're not fucking.
Okay.
That's her best friend.
I'm not her best friend.
That's her best
I'm
friend.
not her best friend.
And this is the link up.
This is the
I feel like that liquor ball was blocking that camera all day.
It's not. He would have said it.
Okay. He ain't over there watching. He tapped me.
Alright, don't do that during the show. During the show.
Usually it's me.
Yeah, he did that last show. I feel as though I feel as though Jay is in his head like I have to interrupt the show with what I'm thinking in my head.
I just be fucking up by accident.
Oh no, so let's talk about this. One thing that I have seen that really disturbed me was when they took over the Capitol. Okay. Now the reason why it really disturbed me is because in my 31 and a half, because my birthday is coming to 18, just so y'all know, years of living, I have never been able to get that close to the Capitol. Elementary trips, junior high trips, high school trips, taking my kids down there, I was never able to get that close. It's nowhere in the world you're going to try to tell me that people got that close.
I thought it was an inside job.
Like, how far inside?
It had to be somebody there, to be honest with you. I really feel like it was like a slight inside job, to be honest with you. Because, I mean, with even the military and whoever else, Secret Service that's protecting the president, they still have their, their ways. You see what I'm saying? Police officers, I really feel like niggas was just like, fuck it. You see what I'm saying? I feel like it was an inside job.
It was Trump.
I mean, of course it was
Oh,
Trump.
yeah, Trump
But
definitely got him out there.
we know that. But I feel like a lot of people that was there, or, you know what I mean, they was like, fuck it, let them in. Like, you know what I mean? Just, and not only that, they were white, so... For the most part.
At the end of the day, that's why they got as far as they did.
Yeah.
Because they're white.
Yeah.
Because if I remember last time when we were going to have when we had the Black Lives Matter protest, we had a curfew prior to the protest even started.
We didn't even make it to the
We
South.
didn't make it.
They had the army out there full force riot gear,
days ahead of time. Like,
that's why I'm with that marching shit. Like, people got the marching
That's
shit.
why I don't
twisted.
go.
Like,
Yeah.
the marchers don't do nothing except give them a reason to assault you, claiming you assaulted them. That's the shit I hate. How am I assaulting you when you put your hands on me? But we're not getting into that either. That's off topic. I'm sorry. But yeah.
It's definitely, I feel like.
I was at home watching that shit on TV. Like, look at these white niggas.
Definitely an inside job.
yeah, when I was watching it, it was just like, I was in amazement.
I was in disbelief. Fuck, I was in disbelief. Like, I just couldn't.
I felt like it was Photoshop. I felt like that shit really wasn't going on.
Like, I do commend, however, speaking of that, I do commend that officer that everyone was talking about on Instagram, saying that he was scared or whatever. I commend him.
The one who allegedly.
I commend him for directing the rowdy crowd elsewhere.
Now, what about the girl that popped the lady?
Oh yeah, so I saw on the DMV post, or was it DMV Hood or something like that? Somebody went to school with her. It was like, yeah, she had nobody
know her. I ain't about to put no names out there. But I'm saying.
Y'all see the girl who was on the news crying about how she got
she had an onion.
had the onion wrapped in a towel, wiping it on her face and shit.
And
somebody pulled her card. She was talking about she's from Tennessee or something. Somebody on Facebook pulled her card, showed high school, middle school, elementary pictures.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was saying shit. I'm about to say shit. But I was just
but I pulled all that posting on Facebook. Like, you talk about something, you from Tennessee, and it shows you're from Bowie, Maryland.
Yes.
They got all your pictures and talk about how you. That's embarrassing. That's why you don't need to lie. The internet will call you out real quick.
And there was this one mother who was out there who apparently banned her daughter from going to a Black Lives Matter protest, but went to the Capitol. And then her daughter posted her. She called her mother out about everything. Like, she was like, "Oh, but you was here. This is her. This is her name. Like, come get her ass."
But just to piggyback, the girl who punched that lady in the face, she had every right to.
Yeah, of course she had
Like,
every
you
right.
trying to touch her phone. Like,
Yeah,
she
she
was
had
out there
every
mad at her.
right.
I don't care what she was recording. I don't care what she was saying.
Nothing wrong. It was sharp as fuck. You hear me?
And straight to the point. Do it again. They all needed that.
I feel like more of that is needed over all this recording shit. Like, people below me always taking out their phones to record shit, but at the same time, I get it. But if I ever got to take my phone out to record some shit, I'm going to jail because I'm taking my phone out for my benefit and I'm letting you know I'm about to fuck you up. So.
And one thing about that, though, that I don't like, being as though that young lady was from D.C., the mayor didn't even speak on it.
No,
She's not going
And she
to.
never speaks on anything.
That bitch.
She act like she not from here.
Bruh.
I remember she was on Vlad TV talking about she from Michigan Park. Man, we all knew you grew up in Riggs Park.
I can't stand him either, man.
I was like, man, she on Vlad TV capping. Like.
But see, that's my whole thing. Like, you want us to trust you as a people. Like, she always wants some trust me. I have the city best interest. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Because those, like, you knew these people was coming. See, that was the thing. You knew these people were coming. And you gave your city a curfew. We wasn't down there. Majority of the people that was out there were not from here.
No,
And then before the Black Lives Matter, you had all this already in line. So why didn't you have it for them?
Right.
Like, what was the
I
difference?
honestly feel like the crazy shit is if black people, because they always talk about something, you know, with the gang members and all that down there, they shoot the fuck with the Proud Boys and all that. I feel like if black people weren't so afraid of being shot by the police while the police protect the Proud Boys, it'd be a lot of black people out there ready to beat the shit out of a lot of white people. Like, cause
there were some down there though. I definitely see that.
I saw a couple videos too where they wasn't going. Like, so some of them white boys went to the wrong neighborhood.
White privilege.
And law enforcement.
White privilege at its finest. You've seen it. Everybody's seen it. If you ain't never seen it before, you've seen it at the Capitol.
I mean, I kind of feel like a lot of people are like, oh, the cops are here to protect and serve, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want because they can.
It was messing with people. It was messing with people's that had nothing to do with it. Money, like mine.
They even stopped virtual learning. What the fuck they got? They already teaching from home.
Right. It was
stopping school.
Right. School was closed.
Like, school was closed. Like, for what? I was so long.
I was talking about the white people gonna start coming in the neighborhoods. They was not coming up in the hood. They were staying downtown. That's one thing though. Whenever something go on in DC, there ain't nobody coming up in the hood.
They gotta stay where they know the money is because the white people protect the money. They come in our neighborhood. Oh, we know the police ain't coming when we call. Y'all ain't coming around here.
Good. It's the safest place in the hood.
They'll come.
When that shit going on, the safest place is in the trenches.
In the trenches.
And no matter what side you were on, like with the political race, everyone agreed on the same thing. Everybody stay home. This not us. This don't got nothing to do with it. This not our fight. Let this be out. Because
everybody was saying that.
Because what's the lady name? That's the white lady. That's a real big Trump supporter. The one Wale always arguing.
Oh yeah, Tory something.
Tory tweeted out last year. Mind you, she has not commented on it yet.
She commented today actually.
But no, she hasn't commented. She tweeted out before they announced who won the presidential race. She tweeted out when Trump supporters lose, they're going to go on about their day. When Biden loses the race, they're going to be rioting and doing all this extra. Tory, where are you, sweetie?
Yeah.
So her and Wale going at it right now. Actually.
Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah, but everyone's waiting for her to respond to that tweet too because they didn't go about their day.
Gotta deflect.
Like they definitely didn't. And
what's her name? Melania? Is it Melania?
Mulatto.
Oh, they were crushing her on Trump. I mean, on the shade
room. What's the bitch name? The first lady. Melania. Do you see when they was leaving the house how she didn't even take a picture? She walked.
She just kept walking. Like she was over there.
They say the post where it's saying if I ain't gotta do this shit no more with a person.
You know that they finally admitted that them two don't even sleep in the same. They didn't sleep in the same room.
Like,
so from what I heard, she was only staying with him because he was a president and he didn't want to be embarrassed because he's a president. Mm-hmm. So she was dealing with it just because of that, and it was something in place where her son that's not his will be straight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they'll be straight. You know what I'm saying?
Get some payoff in the end.
So that's what that was.
Cause it makes
imagine Trump beating that joint.
Do y'all know that after?
I'm just glad that nigga is.
Do y'all know after a president is no longer president, they still get paid $425 a year?
Yeah. And they get security detail for the rest of their life.
Bill Clinton been living. You actually get paid more for being an ex-president than being
the current president.
This is all
the current president only get paid like $60 grand a year.
Yeah.
But if you know if he get impeached, you don't get nothing.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Donald.
What you know he
We
got?
glad you're gone.
And he can't run again.
I know he got all this successful business. He gonna be alright.
Oh no, Donald Trump going to jail.
He going to jail.
Donald
They
Trump
gonna
gonna-
beat his ass.
Donald Trump is the first scammer. All the scammers
False.
that y'all niggas doing, y'all learned that shit from Trump.
False news. That's false.
What's up, y'all? This your girl Darkskin Che, bringing to you this week's Working Women Wednesday. This Wednesday, I want to shout out Jazz Scents. You can find her on Instagram and Facebook. Jazz will hold you down with all your body scents, shea butters, and bath bombs. Make sure you tell her Darkskin Che sent you.
The Dior ones at the inauguration.
That's what you call doing it for the culture. Y'all saw her. So at the inauguration when Kamala's nephew-in-law came down in some Dior ones.
Oh, you see
I
the
see
shit?
the picture.
Yes, he came down. When I saw that, I said, "Who that?" Like,
If that's not the black culture,
do that. Listen, he did that for the culture.
But I still feel like just like a couple weeks ago, nobody liked Kamala Harris. So I don't.
No, I mean, okay, my thing with that as well is I'm not a big fan of her or Joe Biden, to be honest with you. We already had that conversation about who voted, whatever. But I would much rather them faking it than Trump allowing all this shit to go on for 4 years. I ain't gonna hold
I think everybody was one of those ones where you pick the lesser.
Yeah, like it's just
So whether or not
we had no other option.
you 100% agree with it or not, it was like you want to stay with Trump or you want to
like we had no other option.
Like I mean, especially when you only got one or the two.
That's the problem.
That's the problem we have. Yeah, but that's the shit. That's
And then the thing about it is, and then at the end of and then at the end, it's like then Trump tried to do everything for the black people. So he tried to give out the $1,200 stimulus.
Which makes no sense either, because you got other countries giving out like $2,000 a month.
A month.
Like
Canada.
Like,
Canada. If
and
anybody
they already got free healthcare, so it's like.
I try to go to Canada.
You know, Canada, you can take off during your menstrual cycle and get paid for it.
Just like maternity leave, y'all get like 10 months or something like that.
Till your baby almost won.
And America's the greatest place.
We knew that though from when all the fucking natural disasters happened back in the day, and UK was like, this is America, I'm confused. Like, y'all supposed to be the richest country, like, fuck you reaching out to us for? Like, you know what I mean?
The only good thing that Trump has did on his way out of the office was he pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak.
And I don't even agree with that. I mean,
if you're gonna do that, you gotta free everybody. You gotta free Fat Trill. You gotta free everybody. You gotta do that, man. You gotta pardon everybody.
There's motherfuckers out here who
get everybody
real
out
time.
Well, when I say that was the only thing that he did that to try to get on our side at the last minute.
Yeah, you said I follow Roddick in jail. I don't respect that shit.
Politicians always doing something to try to win the black people.
What the fuck is Kodak with Lil Wayne doing for us? I ain't gonna hold you.
And again, like he
Hey, no, I agree on that.
Just imagine the president pardoning you on some federal charges just for you to get out and get charged on some state charges. Just to end up turn around and have to go back to jail. I don't know if that's gonna happen with him or not, but there's some news out there saying, he's facing some state charges now because he got released on federal charges. So you mean to tell me I got pardoned on some federal shit?
Motherfuckers out here who ain't doing shit. Even if they are selling drugs, they still giving back to their community more than the government is and everything, and locked up and still behind bars doing for their community. Like, no, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I ain't gonna hold you.
So riddle me this, y'all. What do y'all think about Weeve and Lucci getting locked up? And the reason why I say that is because the whole basis of him getting locked up is a recording of someone calling in saying that they seen somebody get shot. It's no eyewitnesses saying he was driving the car.
I feel like that's the same thing along with like what's going on with who is it? Casanova. That's his name, right?
From New York. 2 times.
Yeah, like he going through the same thing. He getting pinched up on racketeering charges on some shit he said on Vlad TV.
Most of the time, with these rappers,
some shit happened in jail. He talked about. He didn't say exactly what happened, but he talked about the situation. So now they're using his rap lyrics he said in the song, that video, and some stuff on Instagram to indict him on racketeering charges. So that's why I have a beef with Vlad, because no beef, like not necessarily with him, but like as a grown person, you should know what to talk about, what not to talk about on a platform. But at the same time, he's the type to always interrogate people to get them to talk about certain stuff. Like, you might get somebody completely off topic, then you ask them a question and bring them totally full circle back to something they shouldn't talk about. At the end of the day, they didn't get information they shouldn't have.
But when you think about it, all he doing is leading them to the question. they're making their own
Exactly.
narrative.
So that's why I said I
They
can't
can
really be
stop
mad
you.
at
You ever
them.
seen Pee Wee Longway interview?
No, yeah.
You ever seen Pee Wee
I haven't.
Longway interview on that? You ever seen Lil Baby interview on that?
I did see Lil Baby. Look,
It's
how you
certain
know
artists.
that?
It's
What
certain
Lil Baby
artists.
said?
No, but it's
He
certain.
asked him, like he brought Vlad said something about some charges maybe with facing or about to face or something. You talking about Lil Baby, right?
Yeah, Lil Baby.
Yeah, he was about to get some charges. Lil Baby, he said something. How you know that?
Yeah, it's artists. If you gonna seize it, you
yeah,
gonna
like,
seize it. So Vlad is doing his job.
You're right.
You can't be
You're right.
mad at Vlad.
But I don't like
You
how.
can't be mad at him.
First of all, I wouldn't go on that nigga show. I ain't talking no
Vlad's a
laptop.
white guy,
Just don't
right?
go on there. Yeah, just don't go on there.
He on the
Just don't
laptop,
go on
yeah.
there.
Like that's
I've never seen
that.
that.
Cause like when you will never see him. Like when you go, like
No,
when they
he's
have the
just behind the
interview,
camera.
the camera's always focused
No,
on
the
you.
white guy.
Yeah.
Every video I've ever saw of him, he's actually like with mic in hand.
That's
No,
not
it's
Vlad.
not Vlad.
That's not
But when
Vlad.
I be knowing everything that niggas
No,
talking
he's
about.
the white boy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He be
Look,
knowing everything.
I was getting
That's
confused. Okay, yeah, nah, well, that's who that is.
But yeah, that's a whole other
And Maryland just passed that law. Y'all watch out what y'all saying in them lyrics.
Oh yeah.
That's
Comes
amazing.
from Maryland, all
So I wonder
Maryland
if that's if
artists,
you-
DC artists. Watch what y'all
So
saying.
what if you singing somebody else's song and you want to record?
No, I'm saying
Yeah, I
No,
shot
it's
it
in your
up.
lyrics. It's in your published. It's in your public. It's in your published music.
Yeah.
So do y'all think that? So when you get to a certain platform, do you feel as though artists should be held accountable for their entourage? Because G Herbo is going through that now. He's arrested
Because
well, his
That's all.
friends.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying his friends and stuff were scammers and stuff, and he knew about it, and he was reaping the benefits from it. But
I don't believe that. Well, I
It's
could be
kind of
wrong,
like
but-
if God, it's kind of like if Jay killed somebody and I'm with him, it's still an association.
But who
And-
say do you know that you knew Jay killed somebody?
But he admitted that he knew of it and was reaping. He didn't do it, but he knew they were doing it. He was reaping the benefits, so it's still an association. at the
No,
end of the
well,
day.
what his exact words were, I don't know what my friends were doing.
Oh, okay.
Then was his exact words. He was like, "That's not my business. I don't know what my friends were doing."
You can't
Yeah, if he
control
would
it.
have said that, you
yeah.
knew it. I
And then the
think
problem,
that-
Yeah.
the problem with that is they try to flip that around and you talk about, well, you should know who to have around you, who not to have around you. So it's kind of like,
No.
But
No,
who
what I'm
was
saying,
that
that's
to tell you
what
everything?
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the media and stuff.
Yeah.
Like his mind frame, like just like us hanging out. Like just like you said, if I go kill somebody, she was just there. She didn't know that's what I was going to do. So as an adult, she was like, I didn't know that. That's not my business. That's
Yeah,
how she
because he's
carried it.
facing charges,
But
and I
now-
feel like it's because of his name.
Of course, that's dumb.
So I think once you get on a certain platform, it's a lot of artists and rappers that haven't been in trouble until they get famous.
Okay.
'Cause
Because
more,
of- yeah.
it's more
the spotlight's
open.
on it. It's
It's
more
more out
open.
in the open.
And,
That's why I don't wanna be
and
famous.
you're facing more challenges and situations. Like you're going to other states, you're going to other areas, you're going to the trenches of Orlando, you're going to the trenches, well not Orlando, Florida. You get what I'm saying? You're going to the trenches of Florida, you're going to the trenches of Louisiana, you're
That's
going
why
to
I
the trenches
don't
of
wanna
North
be famous.
Carolina,
And then you're
and
making
you
other
from
people to show support.
and you from the city. You get what I'm saying? You from New York or you from DC. You know, certain niggas got certain attitudes. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you might have an artist that never been locked up the whole time, and once they get famous, they get locked up within
Just
6 months,
based
just
on
because,
association.
just
'Cause, like,
association.
not to drag it on, but just like the whole Michael Vick situation. Like he got hemmed up with that shit, and he was 3 states away.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
that's his fault.
I think what Weeve and Lucci is going through is what Lil Wayne went through when he first got locked up. Remember, that wasn't technically his gun.
But
He just took
yeah.
the charge.
And you guys,
It was on his tour bus, right?
Yeah.
It was on
You
his
got to make
tour
it
bus.
with you. Because
Yeah.
anybody else in conversation, oh, that's mine. You know, that's Lil
And
Wayne.
you know what's crazy? I'm sorry. What's crazy is that shit happened. There's really no proof, but there were witnesses to that Megan Thee Stallion shit, and it's still like
That nigga
he's
still
so
not locked up.
lying.
So that's
He's still not locked up.
So that's another thing, just to say to women, especially to women. Men and women will look good on paper, but sometimes you have to go deeper. And it's because women will look at a man like, oh, he dressed nice, he this, he that, but you don't know what he's doing in the back end. It's something called conspiracy. Like you were
beating your
in
ass
it. Like you can catch charges too.
But he's-
Like even if you feel like you're not there at the scam machine when he's scamming, you can still go to jail, sweetheart.
But he's
Like
not doing any time, and I'm confused. Like he's not doing any time.
they still going to court. They about to go to court.
But okay, and again, he's not proven. Wyatt Fan, whatever the fuck his name is not proven to kill the guy. You know what I mean? But he's still in jail for
They're
it.
saying, yeah, they say he drove.
But here it is, this nigga, everyone's saying he shot this girl in the foot, and there's still
But
no
y'all,
jail
y'all know
time.
Weeve and Lucci's artist,
Which one? I don't know.
Shoe Money.
Is he cute?
That's always the
Nigga, I don't
Let's look
know.
him up.
But he got locked up too.
I mean, but
Look him up.
still. I mean,
You
but
know.
still, though. But
He got locked up first. Well, I didn't know
He got
that. I didn't know
locked
that was his artist. He got locked up
My
first.
point is, it's just
Or
crazy
he
how
affiliated with? I'm not sure if that's his artist, but I know he's affiliated with him.
Is it just Q or is Q?
Q Money, I think, or Q.
But see, that's association. So that's just like these women who be seeing these men that look so good on paper. Or sometimes they don't even look good on paper. They just see how they look, and then it just be like, oh, I want him.
You know the song now. You know the song. Play the song.
What song is that? What song he
I
sing?
got what I need.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
She would say, oh, yeah.
That song, but he's ugly as shit though.
Well, like back to you were saying, like, cause I definitely face that issue too. Like men and women per se who just look good on paper and not necessarily like behind, like you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I feel like that's why it takes me so long to get into a relationship. Cause I can't stand somebody who feel like we've been dating for like a month and stuff is good, so now we need to put a title on it. Like, nah, I don't know you yet. Like,
I'm just basically basing that off of the fact that he was with somebody that was on his tour bus that did it. It had nothing to do with him, quote unquote, and he's still arrested. But here it is again, a female artist gets shot and everyone's bashing her and everyone, you know what I mean? Oh, what was on that shit? I was still on that shit. That shit bothered me.
She is bothering. Free my effing Lucci for her, please.
That shit
It's bothering her.
He shouldn't be fucking locked up with Tory Lanez or the fuck ass still. I like his music still. I like his music still, but he should be locked up.
I don't feel right listening to his music. When his music come on, I skip it.
Do you still listen to R. Kelly?
you damn skippy.
I do. I felt a little crazy after, but yeah. Anyway.
I still feel the same. Cause
So that's just like. So wait, going to another artist, Future and Lori. Okay. Lori is holding it down for us women. City girls are up.
Holding it or holding it?
Holding like she said.
Holding it.
Holding it down.
She's holding
10 points
she's
up.
holding a whole bunch of
No, she is not. So what's the difference between Future doing it?
I mean, that's the guy.
We know
No,
everyone
it's
knows
not.
Future's a hoe.
So what's the difference?
I've never heard Lori's voice until like last week.
Exactly.
A hoe is a
So that's
hoe.
the thing
Ain't no
though.
difference.
If she was to do
You
it,
gotta clean
no,
it
it's
up.
only
I
a
was trying to
problem
protect
because
you, Lori. Ain't no difference.
it's only a problem because she has that name. Because at the end of the day, but let's do this.
yeah, I
But
like
let's
that.
do this.
Yeah.
How many has she really been? Y'all just seen pictures with him. The only one y'all can really tag her to is Future and Michael B. Jordan.
That's
Trey
not fair.
Songz.
Trey,
That's not fair.
no. Her and Trey Songz only took a picture. She never publicized it.
That's
It
not
doesn't
fair.
matter.
That's not
But
fair.
we know they
Cause
No, how
They
you
do
know
that shit
they
on
fuck?
purpose, though.
How
This
you know they
stuff
fuck?
is
All,
the
but
same-
listen,
the same
They
way-
but
never
all you
posted
said,
each other.
but no,
when
all
see
y'all
a man-
saw was them sitting on the picture and sitting on the couch together, posting white
P.
toes.
Diddy
That's the
on
same
dinner
thing.
days. P.
That's the
Diddy's
same
son.
thing.
Who said they
Hold
fuck?
on. That's the
It doesn't
same
matter.
thing. That's
You
the
can
same
still
thing. That's the same thing as they.
My man talking with the
How,
mask on.
how do we know if her and Michael B. Jordan fuck?
No,
They just still together.
No, I didn't say
How
that.
we know
But
Lori
no,
not
she
waiting for
confirmed.
marriage?
No, she confirmed that they are in a relationship.
Yeah, that don't mean they fuck.
The only two
I got
that
you,
she
Lori.
said
I got
was in a relationship was Future and Michael B. Jordan.
But we
She
don't know if they
confirmed those
fuck.
relationships.
We don't know
Y'all
if they
can't
fuck.
tie her to some
We don't know if they
other
fuck. This is your
I don't
relationship.
keep
Meaning
on saying
she
that.
might have a 3-month or 9
I
month.
keep it. I don't give a
We
fuck.
don't know.
And that's
She
just like
might,
you said-
him
that's
and
like
her
you
might
said,
be
nigga
waiting
with
on
the
marriage.
woman
We don't know if
already
you
fully
fucked them,
fucking
girl.
her.
Keep doing what you're doing. I like you. I'm proud of you. You little hoe.
Team
Proud of you.
Lori because City Girls up 10. Y'all gotta catch up out
Nah,
there.
I don't
Hoe
like
is a
it.
hoe. Just
Why she a
claim
hoe
it.
though?
Just claim it.
Why she a hoe?
Cause she
I don't think she a hoe.
She's a good hoe.
I don't
She's
think
a
she-
hoe.
She's an industry whore.
She's
Why?
an industry whore with
What makes her an industry
with
whore?
standards. She just has
There's
standards.
nothing wrong with
It's
an
okay.
industry whore.
But you don't got no proof that she an industry whore.
I got a crush on the industry whore.
Which one?
Ari. Shit, that bitch bad as shit.
Is she funny?
I don't know.
You gonna slide in her DM?
I don't know.
Oh, ladies, let me
I
tell
already
y'all.
tried.
Ladies,
She ain't like me.
listen, ladies, before we go, let me tell y'all. If someone slides in your DM, you have to tell them that you're not interested, okay? Whether or not he gonna curse you
'Cause you
out
did it right.
or not. Listen, I left someone on red for 5 years, okay? And I got dragged on social media.
Because he was consistently sending messages.
I never
That's the
responded.
first problem.
I led him on. So, yeah, I led him on by leaving him on red.
Females do the same shit though. I done left females on red for 10 years.
That ain't these females.
Stop it. Sorry.
So they said I was supposed to let him know I wasn't interested.
I don't know that struggle.
I thought no response was a response. But in my case, off of my 100 shares and 400 and 500 comments, I was wrong.
And can we establish that I do not always agree with everything she says, but if
But I
I do agree, I'm not gonna voice my
Because
opinion.
Ali, let's tell him. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna always voice my opinion because most of the time I do agree with her, and y'all thinking I'm agreeing with her just because there's something going on with us is not the case.
Oh my God, why
she
you
just
do that?
because that's what they be thinking. Like
It's so personal.
Yeah.
because in her post, somebody actually I didn't comment on it at all. Somebody tagged me and asked me my opinion about it because they know I know her, and they felt like I was gonna disagree with her, and I didn't. So now, of course, I only agree with her because that's my friend.
Okay.
Well, I'm Dusty.
I'm Lily. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Darkskin Che.
That's to speak my mind.
And that's the Link Up Show.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey man, say man, it's your boy Dusty, and this is Real Talk. Overcome your fear of jumping in the water. What I'm saying is, man, don't be scared to jump out there, man. Get your feet wet, jump in there with the sharks, man. Don't be no tadpole out here, man. Everybody talking about starting an LLC, using their money to this guy, they stimulus check, they just got to start an LLC, man. Jump out there, be productive. Get into action. Don't be scared. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do something that you can actually do. Put the time into it and invest into it. Real talk. Gone.